everyone. This is Jyoti Balani. I am founder and managing director of FreshRiver.ai. We're a consultancy for conversational AI and data science. We do strategy and delivery for the Fortune 100 enterprises. I'm joined here today with Meghraj Mookerji with openstream.ai. He's the AVP and head of marketing. And so, Meghraj, how are you feeling today?
Thanks, Jyoti. Thanks for the quick introduction. I'm feeling great. In fact, it's very good to be at the VOICE conference and having these physical conferences being back. I think it's a feeling that all of us are kind of resonating with, whoever's been to this event physically. So I'm really grateful for having me over here.
Absolutely. I think the in-person thing, I think, is important as human beings, right? As much as AI is, right? Which is the space we're in.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's get into it. Tell me a little bit about the problem OpenStream is solving for.
Right. So from an AI perspective, I know this is a voice conference, but OpenStream has primarily focused on multimodal communication, and voice being a very vital part of OpenStream's overall strategy, being one of the important channels through which we communicate with our computer systems. We are heavily steeped into academic research, so it's good 22 years of research that has gone into building our product, and our CEO and president and founder Raj Mookerji yesterday took the audience through a short demo of the product that we offer and some of our latest offerings. Right, so it's been exciting. The problems that we've tried solving are problems that people have been facing for quite some time with FAQ related bots, where it gives you very less capability when it comes to natural conversations, and we want to make our AI solutions as natural as possible, so integrating multimodal communication into it, at the same time making it more human. While to put this in a context, we usually do not engage in a conversation with another human being by starting with a query, and that was where we started our journey. So our conversational AI agent does not need a query to start with. What it does is you can make a statement, and it tries to collaboratively work with you towards a plan to deliver the right kind of intention or deliver the right kind of end goal you're looking at.
Right.
And that's what differentiates us from rest of the products that are available in the market. And that's one of the major problems that we are trying to solve. The other area that we are looking at is seamless customer experience, and which is what brings us to the VOICE conference. In fact, we realized that our conversational AI agents should engage in natural conversations rather than scripted conversations. So all our conversations are unscripted, and it follows a certain mechanism which kind of leverages on our proprietary NLP engine,
right.
Which allows us to kind of map goals, beliefs, intentions based on the multi-tone conversation our agents can have with a human agent or a human being, which gives us a great edge from a customer experience standpoint. And experience, as you know, user experience is perhaps the keystone, a cornerstone of success in customer experience.
Drives everything else, right?
Absolutely.
So what industries or functional areas are gravitating towards your solution? Where are you seeing the most adoption take place?
Right. So we are a very unique organization, and we, for a large part of our existence, we've worked in highly regulated industries such as insurance, financial services, defense sector, government sector. And a lot of our use cases, and this is me being the head of marketing at OpenStream. A lot of these use cases are something that we can't usually kind of talk very freely about in the open, and
right.
which actually brings us to a very important area of security that is gaining so much of momentum at this point of time.
Right.
And conversational UI, or is the bit that. So from a conversational UI perspective, we can integrate into any industry. So I must say that, we can address the simplistic examples that we've seen over the years, primarily in the area of, say, quick service restaurants or, a quick retail experience. But the kind of use cases that we target with our multimodal robots or multimodal agents is more sophisticated use cases and use cases where it requires an integration with a lot of other systems that the organizations would have already invested in. So we sit on top of that, create a layer which can orchestrate these different systems, so you do not need to invest in any new technology when you are trying to adopt OpenStream's technology.
Right. So I think there was, your CEO spoke, I think the demo was amazing. There are some new things potentially coming out 6 to 12 months. What's exciting and what's on the roadmap? You can talk about it.
Great. Let me actually take you through our journey, which is primarily in the area of advanced virtual assistants, where we started with simplistic chatbots, and there's some area that, which kept inspiring us to achieve more and more, and we started looking at products, so we started looking at virtual assistants that can do a lot more with the intelligence that has been powered by our NLP engine, the NLU engine that we have, the proprietary NLU engine. And then we got the research that happened in some of the leading universities and some of the, some of our scientists and the data scientists in the organization. They worked towards making it better and better. So what we have achieved as a roadmap now, or which we are looking at, is an embodied virtual assistant, intelligent virtual assistant, which can also reflect emotions. Now, all of us know that during the pandemic, that's the one human element that has been, that has probably gained a lot more significance than what it used to be in the pre-pandemic world.
Yeah.
And why should our virtual assistants stay away from it? So emotions is something that kind of gets reflected in our conversational AI agent, which is something that we demonstrated yesterday.
Right.
And also the fact that the agents train with multiple data sources and can switch between different data sources to kind of gain a backward and a forward integration when it comes to conversations that you might have had in the past on a different channel. So we work on multiple channels, which could be a web-based channel or a mobile channel, and still make sense of it. So you still hold on to that information and you put it into context. So our agents are context aware when it comes to the kind of solutioning that we do, and which is very important because one of the, let me kind of give an example here. Everybody in this world has an example of a bad customer service over the IVR system or a FAQ bot system, or or a menu-based system where you have to go through a huge range of menus and the same questions get asked to you over and over again because the bot or the system is not trained enough to kind of give you the right kind of have inputs or inferences from any past conversations.
Right.
Now, which kind of does not lead to a frictionless experience that all of us are expecting, because we are quite tired of the human-computer interactions that have happened in the closed world.
Yeah.
And that is where we play a very, very critical role, where we don't ask you irrelevant, unnecessary questions, which is going to get you irritated and will also turn to maybe a high customer churn rate. So that is another area.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a great brand channel, right? If you get things wrong, it could really damage. So in the last 2 minutes, talk to me a little bit about partnerships, right? As you've been going to market, no platform, on this show floor or even outside can go it alone because it's a part of a bigger ecosystem. How are you guys seeing partnerships?
Thank you for that question. And in fact, it's great to be at VOICE22 because Voice Summit 22, because it kind of helps us also communicate with colleagues and peers in the same industry and understand how and what kind of research, what kind of thought processes each of these organizations are doing. And it's interesting you asked me this question because just after this interview, we have a closed door session with one of our partners, Tetrasoft, who has, who's been kind enough to join us at this platform. And where we take you through the journey that Tetrasoft as a partner is helping us with when it comes to enhancing customer experience using a plan-based collaborative multimodal agent And so our partners actually give us a deep insight, and most of our partners come with relevant experience in parallel technologies and emerging technologies. And that kind of allows us to kind of gain from the host of knowledge that they bring to the table from various experiences over different years altogether. And that allows us to then integrate into systems or use cases that customers cannot guess. In fact, most of our partners here would tell you that when we start a discovery phase with any of our customers, a lot of the times the customer representative is actually not sure what kind of use case, what kind of problem statement they're going to address.
Right.
And that is where our partners come in very, very handy, because not only do they give us validation, but they also bring to the table a different point of view from the holistic academic point of view that we bring, and they help us bridge the business use cases with the academic use cases that we've been working in, and that we benefit in a very, very big way.
That's excellent. Thank you so much. It's been
Thank
a pleasure
you.
speaking with you. Good luck to all of you. I think I'm going to be keeping an eye for sure on OpenStream and all the work that you're doing.
Thank you, Jyoti.
Thank you so
and thank you
much.
for having me at VOICE22.
Absolutely, and safe travels back home.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, everyone.